Lighting your home with solar power. Coming up, how much a solar power system will cost you and how much money it could save you on your monthly bills.
You're watching Fox in the Morning with the team that knows San Diego.
Plus, here in sunny San Diego, we would love to rely on solar energy. We've got plenty of sunshine, but switching to solar doesn't come cheap. We'll take a closer look at the real costs of relying on the rays. And well, you've heard it a million times. We can just bottle the sunshine here. Well, in essence, we can with solar power, but the record with solar here in Southern California has been kind of spotty. Hopefully until now. Joining us this morning from Clean Power Systems is Kirk Mulligan. And I want to talk right off the bat here about Governor Schwarzenegger signing this Million Solar Roofs plan. Okay, we've heard a lot of solar plans going back to when I was a kid with the solar panels up on the roof trying to heat the hot water, and they work for a year or two, and then they end up broken down. The company's out of business. They end up in the dump eventually. Things have changed. What's the governor trying to do here? Well,
first of all, the electricity systems that we're talking about now are actually for your electric bill.
So this is not, we're not talking about heating hot water.
Correct.
We're talking about actually generating power.
Correct.
Okay, that's a major difference.
Yes, the systems back in the 70s, 80s were for heating hot water. The bill that just got passed is for electricity. It's trying to help release the demand, the brownouts and blackouts that everybody's used to. They're trying to help release that demand.
Well, he's saying that it'll cost people about $15 on average in their electric bill to subsidize this program. But the cost of actually putting solar on your home is significantly more than that. It's not a cheap investment.
It definitely is. It's definitely not a cheap investment. But what about 80% of our customers do is they'll take that money and they'll finance their house. Okay, they'll do a second or a first, and so they fix their payment such that their payment to the bank is equal to or less than their current electric bill, so that they're actually cash flow positive.
Okay, so you're still talking though about what, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to put a system
correct
on the average house?
What you're looking at is about 10 years worth of electric bills.
Okay,
and so that's, you're looking at about a 10-year break-even point, and as we know, electricity rates are only going up, so that number comes down.
But that's good to know. That's very honest information to give people up front, to say, look, don't expect an immediate return on this, but if there are ways to do it so that you don't increase your cash outflow.
That is correct.
At that point. We keep hearing about the meter spinning backwards. You put these systems up on the roof, and you actually get the meter to spin backwards so that SDG&E is going to owe you money. Is that really a realistic expectation?
That is one of the most enjoyable part of my job, is to go there and see a customer's face when the meter is actually spinning backwards.
So this means during the day, when the sun is out, and you're using less electricity than what's being generated by your system, the meter's moving backwards, power's going back into the grid. Can you ever reach a point where SDG&E is going to write you a check because you've generated more power than you have used?
No, they will not. They will not write you a cash check. It's a debit credit system for 1 year, and then that ticker starts again. So what we do is you want to size the system not for 110% of your load, but for about 98%, so we know you're using all of your electricity.
So it's not going to do you any good to generate more electricity than a zero balance.
You'll be given SDG&E free electricity, and we don't want to do that.
No.
We don't want to do that.
No, we do not. The realistic expectations here, how many folks do you think are going to be generating solar electricity here in the next 5, 10, 20 years? I mean, again, the record is so spotty up until now, and people are very dubious. They hear all the claims, but
Well, what's been happening over the last about 6 years, more and more people have been doing this. And the main reason why people are looking into this is because your electric rates are getting higher and higher and higher. So what's happening is, as more people get used to seeing solar electricity on their house, they'll say, maybe I should look into that. And so you'll find more and more people putting the systems on their house. And certain areas in the state of California are actually a little bit further ahead than SDG&E of the San Diego County area.
So I guess maybe the highlights here, the points to consider here are that there is financing available.
Correct.
And if it's structured properly, it's not going to be an increased cash outlay to you, although there is a large initial investment. And the payback is, you figure, about 10 years.
Correct, about 10 years.
Okay, very good. Kirk Mulligan, thanks for coming in and joining us this morning.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Good to talk to you.